and supporting member of our Redbird community for many years. He is truly a Redbird through and through. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Dan Van Straten.
Wow, good evening, everybody. How is everyone? Excellent. It's exciting to be here. First of all, before we get started, students, if you could please stand. I want you to give everyone who's in the bleachers a huge round of applause for being here tonight. Your friends and family members will always be your biggest support system, so it's always good to acknowledge them. Mr. Allen said I have 5 to 10 minutes to talk tonight, but if you know me, it might be a little longer. But this is about the students tonight, so we'll move this along as quickly as possible. I'm honored to be with you tonight as we celebrate your accomplishments. It seems like yesterday when I was a student here. It was 1985 when I graduated, so I'll let you do the math, but it's a while back. But looking back, I never really appreciated all that was in front of me as a student. And tonight, I'm a little jealous of all of you. Tonight, we celebrate your academic excellence. You realize the importance of getting good grades, and you also realize the importance of developing good study habits. The opportunities down the road for you are endless. Good grades and good study habits will help you along the way and help you down that road. But as I said before, I am a little jealous of you. Back in high school, I was very content with good grades. I got my work done, but it might not have been the best work that I could have done. And I was satisfied with getting average grades. Now, I did get A's in gym. Back then, I was more focused on sports, I think, than I was the classroom. I was a pretty good athlete back in the day. Believe it or not, I excelled in track, 1,600, 3,200 meter, 800 meter run mile relay. Since then, I married a woman who's an amazing cook, obviously much better than my mom ever could cook. So let's just say my best running days are behind me. I still have a good jump shot, though. But I was content on being average academically. It's because I did not learn how to balance academics with athletics. Realize that your extracurricular activities and your academics go hand in hand. Balance. Find it. If you haven't found it, don't give up. Work at it. If you have found it, remember it's one of the greatest tools you'll ever have in your life. So remember that word, balance. Don't lose your passion to learn. Everything you do, everything you're involved in, ties directly back to the classroom and the things you learned in it. Make it a goal to learn something new every day. You don't know everything. I hate to tell you guys that, but you don't. And don't act like you do. But today, technology is such a benefit in our lives if used properly. It benefits our learning. And now you have the tools to succeed. Alexa, Cortana, hey Google, hey Siri. Today all we have to do is ask, right? But back in the day, we did have our own voice assistant. It was, hey Mom, I need to go to the library to do a paper on the Revolutionary War. Grandma and Grandpa don't have the R encyclopedia, and I have no information, so you need to drop me off to the library. And by the way, it's due tomorrow. That probably sounds familiar, right? Passion. Keep that passion for learning. Read books. Listen to podcasts. Pay attention to the news and what's going on in this world. And by doing so, you will learn that the world has many needs, and individually you can make a difference. You're doing that now by getting the grades you are getting and volunteering in the community. Did you notice how smooth the transition that was when I mentioned volunteering? We're working right into that already. It's what we call a perfect segue. Many of you here tonight have logged a lot of community service hours, and you are to be commended for that. And I'm sure the number of community service hours will vary from person to person. In fact, anyone who has community service hours really should be commended, no matter how many you have. You gave of yourself. Some of you hopefully really enjoyed volunteering. I hope you have. Others, maybe you just did it for the service hours. That's okay. But understand that getting involved in your community and getting involved with helping others is worth more than any dollar figure that you could possibly imagine. It's okay to give of yourself and not expect anything in return. If you're helping someone and expecting something in return, you're doing business. You're not giving kindness. We all have something we can give to others. But part of our life's journey includes giving of ourselves. There are so many organizations that need help. But it doesn't have to be an organization. It could be your neighbor down the street. Maybe it's a local animal shelter. It all starts with your heart. Take a look around and look up from your screens once in a while. I'm surprised I didn't get more of a chuckle from parents than that one. But I'm looking at my screen right now. See what's out there and what's going on in your community. If you need help finding organizations where you can volunteer and get involved, please come and see me. Feel free to talk to me tonight. I would love to get you involved in some things in our area. I look back at all the years where I've been volunteering, and I can honestly say it's something that I'm very proud of. I've coached athletics for nearly 30 years. There was some pay when I coached at the middle school, but a majority of my coaching time was spent in summer leagues and volunteer work. Each year, my wife Jana and I collect school supplies the month of August for area students in need. We do it right out here in the parking lot. The generosity of our community really makes us proud. We have hundreds of families that we have helped in our school district, and it helps give those students a positive start to each school year. I'm going to grab a water. There's no shelf in this thing. I have no place to put my water. On the school board, we'll requisition for a new podium. I've served as a classroom volunteer with Junior Achievement, and I've also served on their board of directors. In fact, I'll never forget the impact that I made on one particular student while I was volunteering at Junior Achievement. I volunteered in classrooms all over the area, but there was one student at Ann Sullivan School in Green Bay who actually brought me to tears. His name is Jamarcus. When I first met him, he was a third grade student, and I was volunteering in their classroom. I would visit his class each week, and we would follow the Junior Achievement curriculum. After a few weeks, his teacher approached me and said that she had noticed significant progress in a particular student, and happened to be Jamarcus. I noticed he was getting more involved and participating when I was there as well. A couple more weeks went by, and one day when I was saying goodbye to the students, I was walking toward the door. I felt someone run up behind me and wrap their arms around me. And it was Jamarcus. I turned around and he looked up at me and said, "Mr. V, every day you're here is a good day for me. Thank you." I said my goodbyes, walked out the door, got in the hallway, and lost it. The tears were rolling down my cheeks. I was really taken back by what Jamarcus had said to me. And the next week was my final week in the classroom. At the end of my visit, Jamarcus and his teacher approached me. And she said, "Jamarcus has a question for you." I said, "Well, of course." I said, "What's up, big man?" He looked at me and said, "Mr. V, would you be my partner for year-end celebration at school?" I said, "Well, absolutely." It was then that I learned from the teacher that Jamarcus was a homeless student. He had no father. I was living in a basement at a friend's house. He had no home life to speak of. He was lost in the shuffle. So on that day of the celebration, I showed up. We had some lunch, we played games, and we crushed it. I made sure he was a shining star in that short time that we spent together. That's something I'll never forget. It didn't cost me a single thing other than giving of my time. And we all have time to give, and you're never too busy to help others. Don't ever forget that. You know, there are times when it feels like I've never left of your high school. After graduating here 34 years ago, I'm still here. still standing in this building. I'm in my 7th year as an officer on the school board. So if you voted for me in the past, thank you. If you have not, and you're starting to see the light, I would appreciate your vote when I'm up for re-election. I serve on the school board because I want to give back to the community that's meant so much to my family and so much to me. I had fantastic principals and teachers and mentors here at DePere High School. Some of them have passed on, and some are still with us. Today I call them my friends. I've been announcing athletics here for years. There's nothing I enjoy more than announcing and having the best seat in the house. As we're talking about volunteering, I want to share with you a story that's very special to me. I told my wife, hopefully I can get through this without crying. For those of you that don't know me, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I know most of you can't see this. This is a picture of my mom and myself. I'm about 4 years old in this picture. My mom has hair that's about 8 feet tall. It's the early 70s. I know you can't see it, but I was a pretty good-looking kid at that time. Trust me. It's my favorite picture. It was taken in a photo booth at Woolworth's in downtown Green Bay, which is obviously no longer there. My mom's name was Mary Jo. My mom passed away on a Friday afternoon, August 26, 2011. At the age of 62, she passed away from breast cancer. She was pretty young when I was born. She was only 18. And growing up, we were very close. Christmases were immensely important to us, and we always had a lot of fun. My mom and dad used to take me to Crimey's department store downtown in Green Bay. They had amazing window displays for the holidays. They had a holiday shop where kids could go in, buy gifts for their parents. Santa was there, and Bruce the Spruce, the talking Christmas tree, was there. It was magical. As my wife Jamie and I have our own family now, we always made sure that Christmas was extra special for our kids while they grew up. But as adults, and losing my mom that year, I thought I really lost a lot of the Christmas magic. Wasn't looking forward to Christmas anymore. That first year, 2011, was very difficult without her at the holidays. I mentioned Bruce the Spruce, the talking Christmas tree, a little earlier. Those of you who don't know who Bruce the Spruce is, he is Santa's magic Christmas tree. He talks to everyone that walks by. I was always fascinated by that as a kid. And when we would have our family get-togethers at Christmas, I would pretend I was Bruce the Spruce. I would go stand behind the Christmas tree and talk to my family as they walked by. "Hi, Mary Jo, are you excited for Christmas?" And she would just laugh. Well, as I got older, I still did this as an adult. A little tougher to fit behind the Christmas tree. But I'd snuggle behind the tree, and I'd talk to family. My mom would just laugh. Tears would roll down her eyes. It was a great memory. In 2012, when the Children's Museum of Green Bay opened their doors on the site where Crimey's once stood, they happened to be an advertising customer of mine and told me they were bringing back Santa and Bruce the Spruce. They asked me if I'd be interested in volunteering in the museum. Now, they didn't know my backstory, but they asked if I'd be interested in being Bruce the Spruce. It was an honor, believe me. So for the last 7 holiday seasons, I have been Bruce the Spruce, the talking Christmas tree at the Children's Museum. The adults and the kids absolutely love it. It's a little ironic that something that was such a big part of my life when I was a child is part of my life again. It really makes Christmas magical. Kids make me Christmas cards. They bring ornaments and hang them on my branches, as odd as that sounds. In fact, there was even a time here, I was in the gym here announcing a basketball game, and a mom walked in. She came up to me at halftime, and she said, "My son is looking for you." I'm like, "What?" She said, "We walked in, he heard your voice." He said, "Mom, Bruce the Spruce is here." He ran around the entire gym and in the hallways looking to see if he could find Bruce the Spruce. I absolutely love that story. See, I'm sharing these things with you. They're feel-good stories, but it was all created from volunteering. The satisfaction that I get knowing that I'm making someone smile, helping someone have a better day is so much worth it. Volunteering has become a way of life for me, and I hope some of my stories tonight have inspired you to get involved. In fact, this summer I've been asked to be an announcer for the Miracle League in Green Bay, so I'll be doing Thursday games. We have 3 games every Thursday. I'm excited. It'd be nice to have fans cheering and not screaming at the officials. Do I have time for this? Probably not. But I said earlier, you always have time to help others. It doesn't take a special person to give back. It just takes you. John F. Kennedy once said, "One person can make a difference, and everyone should try." I love that quote. It's been an absolute honor being here with all of you tonight. And students, I said this earlier, if you need guidance and want to get involved in the community, I'm serious. Call me, reach out to me. I feel I'm pretty good at it. And I'll always be here to help our students and point you in the right direction. But again, thank you. I congratulate you. I salute you. Remember to find your balance. Find your passion. And never, ever stop learning. Be great, dream big, and soar. Thank you, guys.
As parents and faculty at the Pier High School, we understand the importance of academics and preparing students to be contributing members of